What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I was not going to be doing an episode today because YouTube was being a bitch, but it worked itself out and I'm showing you how to make this. Now, this episode is just going to run in the background and you can watch how I build it, because when I built this, I kind of had some I'm not going to say feelings, I had some things in mind, and as you see me going through it, this is everything that I used to build it. Now, I built this with my cameraman, His Days, and we built this pretty much because we were doing a nuclear silo run. We're currently building at Silo Bravo, by the way, and I'm sorry I couldn't show you the fact where I was building it, but it's because the bit I'd recorded for it, YouTube wouldn't let me download, so I only just managed to get these down. But yeah, we're building at Silo Bravo. Well, I am now. I dismantled it all to rebuild it, and we were trying to get through it, right? We were like, yeah, let's launch this nuke. And we got all the way to the end. And then that stupid little annoying glitch where the people typing in the keyboard don't finish typing in the keyboard and, you know, you can't launch the nuke. So we're like, right, okay, we'll leave it for a little bit, let them all die. We went through, you know, how you're supposed to fix a glitch, which is let them die, give it a little bit, and then go back in and do it. So we did that, and then, you know, we both died because we weren't paying attention. And an Assaultron just came and smacked our faces down. So I was like, right, okay, screw it. And I was out of ammo. I was like, right, I need to do this. And built this small base because I was like, how far do I have to go to build my base? Brought up my little camp, ran all the way down, and then it let me build right here. And I thought, this is a great place to build, because if you think about it, you go in, you want to do your nuke launch, but if you're not a really high level where basically no matter what happens to you, you take 0 damage, you will die. And this is a really good thing, because if you die, you can spawn right here. Now, normally when you die in a thing, if you click to spawn here, you'll spawn back out on the road. So this cuts down a few seconds, of course, and I did put a little light in it. I had a bit of fun with it, but it's very minimal. There's only 2 things that it's used for, and that is weapons and ammo. Now, of course, you can throw in an armor bench. There is room for an armor bench, which is what this thing is so awesome about, because you can actually move it around, change it how you want. And literally, I was thinking, why don't people do this? Because people spam nukes, like they will, you know, they'll gather a bunch of key codes, they'll run in, they'll kill all the robots, they'll die, they'll let the robots respawn, they'll farm the robots for a bit to gain XP and stuff, and then they'll launch the nuke and then go wherever they've launched it and fight the thing. And I was thinking, why don't people do this? Now, I've never seen people do this. I've never seen anyone set up a camp here. And if you wanted to, you could set up a vendor camp here. And, you know, if people are about to go in and do a nuke, sell them a bunch of healing items or a bunch of ammo or whatever. Just have a bit of fun with it, you know. But I love this build. And the way you see me do the roof right now, I wanted to build a little overhang with like a angled roof. And this does have a little bit of kind of lore kind of stuff in it as well, whereas it's like, you know, the bombs had dropped and one guy who was working in the nuclear silo survived, and he decided to stick to his post just in case someone came along with orders, and he stayed at his post, but he built a little place because after so many months people weren't turning up to give him any orders, so he was like, do you know what? I'm just going to live here for a bit and I'm going to get myself prepped. And then, of course, you know, all the robots go crazy on him because and then you can actually, I'm pretty sure around here you can find a dead body. But I thought I'd give it a little bit of a lore backstory as well, just for a bit of fun, because I've never done that before. Ooh, isn't nice. Now, when Hayes and I built it, there was a gate here, but it wouldn't let me put the gate in. So I just put an ordinary thing, and I was like, nah, screw it. And I cannot say enough about this build. It's just so much fun. Because if you're terrible at the game like I am, and you die often, this just gives you A, a good place to pop back to and build, and B, you know, when you're here, it's just like, oh, when I died, sure, I dropped on my stuff, but in my stash I've got like all this lead and stuff that I can use to make ammo. Oh, hey, let's crack on with it and have a bit of fun, shall we? I don't know why that voice came up then. It was like a terrible boy. But there are some little problems with it when you build. This is for one of them. It's like there's that massive gap in the thing, in the wood floor between that and where the thing would start. So trying to link up the power was a little bit of a bitch. But there is a water purifier here, so if you die, you can get that 2 water purifier and or if you're thirsty or whatever, there's that water. You can just straight away flick it in, get your thirst back up. Sadly enough, the light, that wall light, like there in the center of the wall, not the one I'm trying to attach it to, that doesn't light up. Sadly, it's just there for show. It doesn't, if you pass power through it, I didn't put it there. It's there already. If you pass power through it, it doesn't light up, which is kind of annoying. It would be nice if it lit up, but it don't really, and it's kind of a shame. It would be cool if you could go into some places and just turn on the lights by putting in your own power supply. I think they need to have more spots with pre-built structures like this one, and this was very lucky because I had no idea you could build here, and I don't even know if people know you can build here, which is kind of cool. Some people probably do, but I didn't. So there needs to be more locations with pre-built areas where you can just come on in and set something up. Do you know how fun that would be if there was one building in every major town? So like if in Morgantown there was just one or maybe two buildings where you could take over. Same for Charleston or like taking over a skyscraper in Charleston. Just the roof would be hilarious. I'm pretty sure you can actually build on the roof in Charleston as well, which I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the skyscrapers. I'm pretty sure you can build on it, which is pretty cool. But it'd open up so many more possibilities because that radius that your camp gives you, if you're up high on a skyscraper, you could put on a bunch of stupid signs and make massive jumbled letters and all this kind of stupid stuff, and just throw a bit more colour into the world, because it's kind of dull when you just walk through a place and the only place people can build is outside of that that town, that area. That it just kind of bugs me out. But even if they're not going to do that, it would be nice instead to see wall options or floor options in the camp system that are more close to the walls that you see in the game, the ones that are pre-built in to the already, the towns and all that kind of stuff. Because if you go and look at the concrete brick wall that we have and then compare it to the concrete walls you can see around, like the brick walls you can see around the place, like for instance the wall that is that little shack right there is built out of is tiny bricks, right? Super tiny bricks. But the concrete wall that we build with the brick wall, and I keep saying concrete wall, brick wall, because I'm pretty sure it is classed as a concrete wall, but the brick wall we build with, the bricks are massive. Like if you've ever seen a brick in real life, like in an old like 50s era kind of building, the bricks aren't that big, right? Because the brick production from the early 1900s to like now has developed quite spectacularly. And I know because the building that I went to college in, I did a research on how the bricks were made, because I'm a music technology student, all that kind of stuff. So I researched on the bricks, and the level of brick building is completely and utterly changed. So it would be nice to see that. But there you have it. That is my little camp that allows me to walk into the nuclear bunker every time I die, which is often when doing a nuke launch, and just get back into the fight. Everything you need is here, ammo bench, weapon bench, all that kind of fun stuff. But that is it from me. Now, make sure to tune in on Friday, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to live stream a build for you. I know you've already just had a build right now, but I'm going to live stream a big build over on Twitch, so you can join me for that. And then the day after, of course, is Random Encounters, so make sure you pop along for that as well. And do not worry, you will get the footage from last week's episode. But until then, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. And because you are the best people on the planet, as always, stay awesome.